All right, so this one is coming straight at you from my life, from my own personal wacky weirdness. And that is, you're going to make up your own word and use it. This can be a very carefully calculated making up of a word. You can fuse words together and like plan it out and come up with this word and then think about like exactly what the perfect, usage or whatever. Or it can just be totally, I don't know, like inspired, coming out fluently, direct from intuition, just roll off your tongue and there it is. That one's fine too, because that's actually the way I usually do it. I do enjoy people that are like words craftsmen and that like come up with, oh my God, the perfect meaning for that would be da da da, and they craft it and like fuse things together. But for me, it's usually just a kind of inspiration, like comes out of my gut. I'm like saying something and some word usually just comes out. But the fun part about this will be, it's goofy, it's silly, it's creative, but the fun part is using it with others, using it and like sticking with it and letting the play layer on itself, so use the word all throughout the day. Come up almost like a game with yourself for like times to insert it and keep using it. Or use it other days too, like keep on using it, especially if it's fun. And it can be for just you. That's possible. You can have enough fun just sort of amusing yourself by continuing to reinsert this word, but it's also, going to be probably helpful to let some of the people around you know what this word actually means or why you're using it, or hell, maybe let them guess, I don't know. That would be fun to watch. You just use it, like no explanation, and they have to guess. But as always, as I always say, sharing it with the people that you're close with, sharing it with the people that you want more closeness with, or even just sharing it randomly. You use the word and the person looks bewildered, and then you share like, all right, so that's a little word that I made up and that I, whatever. So that level of vulnerability, even with people that you don't really know, any of that just amplifies the playfulness of this, because then other people are in on the joke or in on the play and they can play back with it. They can use it. You can hear them use it and see if they've quite gotten the idea or same sense of the word as you have. And it's always interesting if maybe there's a slightly different, like, oh, okay, I wouldn't have thought, but you're right. I guess it can be used, So it just adds, it layers the play. And yeah, I use mine, just to be like personal and vulnerable with you a little so that you're not the only one. The words that I come up with mostly have to do with like being overwhelmed with cuteness from, my kids, just like when I'm in really cute overload or like love overload. And so I'll say things, we have plenty, okay? So there's like Copatita Rhodamita. Just sharing, this gets weird. Let's see, we have Bevendy Row, we have, I don't know, more will come to me and I'll share. But basically, the other category is overwhelm of cuteness, and then words of like anger or irritation. They're not even really as strong as anger. It's really more just like curse words, where you're just like, no, so I've got a lot of those too. Crazy combo mixes of words. We've already said that one. Oh, well, I was trying to think of several to like tell you so that you weren't the only one and you could like actually get a window into all the wacky words that I use. But of course, like right now when I'm trying to think of them, they're not coming to me. Oh well, you don't want to sit here and just like watch me think. So we'll leave it at that. If I think of any more, I'll come back. Otherwise, you do it. You try it. I definitely have, you're not alone. I got plenty of silly ones. You'll probably come up with some that actually are like better than just total nonsense. But try it and see how you like it. It's definitely wordplay. Okay, as promised, there's a few more, okay? Total weirdness. But bodeloda, bifino, mofinda, all kinds of little words in my house. So you will hear any slew of them pouring out of my mouth. And sometimes you can only just guess. Like, it must mean some sort of word of love. So, and I thought of one that is a more intentional, strategic word. Chumbler. We use that one a lot in our house, and at least it's got like kind of some derivatives. It's not just like a fairy wonderland word where you're thinking, where did these syllables come from? But chumbler is our food processor, and it's sort of maybe like chopping, chopper, chop, and crumble, and maybe tumble, but it's chumbler. Chumble. And chumble is used as a verb as well. We use that as a verb. Like, will you please chumble these for me? And then chumbler is the noun form for the actual machine. So there you go. Now you officially have an example of both types of ways you can make up a word from my own personal bank of craziness. And I won't keep adding on to the video, I promise. We're done.